What's going on, guys? This is Cole, aka Proximitty, bringing you a brand new video today. I've had this requested quite a bit, multiple game types on multiple maps, but I'm gonna start covering how to play certain maps and certain game types at a high level, and kind of explain good setups to have and really what you want to be accomplishing as the game goes on. Right now, I'm gonna be covering Rig Slayer, so I'm gonna try to explain the best setup to have in Rig Slayer, the side of the map you want to play, and how to break it as well. So if you're not on the side that has the setup and you're not currently set up, how are you gonna break it so you can get the setup? Because you're gonna see top teams all running the exact same setup. So we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna explain how to play this game type, and hopefully you guys can get better at Rig Slayer with your squad. So the really cool thing about the rig that I really enjoy is on the Slayer and Strongholds, which I'm going to cover Strongholds in a completely different video, but you play the map on two different sides. On Slayer, you want to cover the inside of the map, which is where we are now, and on Strongholds, you'd set up on the outside. But since we're not worried about Strongholds right now, I'm going to explain the inside setup and what you want to be doing. You can see all my teammates right now are in the setup exactly where we want to be. We want to have one person in this top engine or top dark area. We call it top dark. Our calls are a little weird, but that's fine. One person at the top cube, one person on the back blue stairs. It's very, very important that you keep somebody in the back blue stairs because that is a very crucial spawn point on the map, and so long as Tyler's back there right now, if he stays alive, back on those blue stairs, then they won't spawn there, and we will spawn there. So that's really what we want. If he pushes out too far, let's say he jumped up where Dallas is on dark, it doesn't take much. If he moves just that close, just moves up to dark right there to help Dallas spawn, and some of them are dead, there's a chance they'll spawn there. It can happen, it absolutely can, especially if we're all throwing nades and shooting at them, which is the other main spawn over here by Carbine. If we're all focusing our attention on Carbine, that puts a negative spawn influence on this part of the map. So if we're throwing nades there, the game goes, oh, there's nades going off here, we don't want to spawn them there. They'll literally spawn like 10 feet behind you in blue. So it's very, very crucial you have somebody there playing at that back spot. And if you can, try to get the sniper in that person's hands, because that person can lock down the long range sight line with the sniper into the long haul at this sniper door here, kind of checking that. He can also turn to help support Dallas over here if he needs it. He can also look at the bottom cube if he needs it. And as well, he can help challenge Basement to watch the invis. So with any good setup, you want to have everybody in position where anybody can help you at any time. Now, if you look right here, we're pretty evenly spread. I'm able to help Justin if he needs me. He's able to help me if I need him. Much like Dallas and I, same deal. And Tyler with these two. So no matter what, all of them are able to help each other out at any point in time. So the best primary setup you can have here is this position right here, and the reason why, Justin's able to watch this back elbow area. He's able to watch this section as well. If he's not challenging here, if he's weak, he can back off and stare at that mid cat, kind of helping me at that top drop area. We call this top drop because there's this drop right here, so it's a nice little easy call out top drop here. I'm able to help Justin. I can watch people jumping up into top cube at him, as well as helping Dallas. Anybody who's like crowding this mid cat, I can help out, peek people that are trying to go bottom dark here. And I'm also in a really good position to grab invis, and I can help suppress people that are trying to go basement. Dallas is in a really good position because he can lock down the bottom dark flank, kind of be looking for it, as well as help me challenge anybody on the catwalk. To be honest, the best thing you can do on the rig, if you're up by like 5, you really just want to stay on the inside of the map. You never want to push out. All the good power weapons are going to be spawning here, with the exception the scatter shot's going to be like right there. But if you can absolutely get the best setup possible, you want to get that scatter shot into that top position with Justin. So if you have the scatter shot up here, anybody that's trying to do a quick jump up into this spot, whether they jump off this box or they do a little sneaky jump here, either way, he's going to have a really easy encounter, easy kills with the scatter shot. And I can help lay in shots from a distance if he needs it. As well, if you can get the sniper over to that back area, they're going to have the long sight lines and long challenges on lock. The plasma caster is, another power weapon on this map, but it's also not like super crucial. If you can get it in your hands, that'd be nice, beneficial, but you don't want to compromise your setup by trying to run over and run out in the open and have Dallas just get melted because they're all out here spawning this Carbine, which is their primary spawn. They're going to constantly get. They're going to be spawning Carbine, or they're going to be spawning Basement. They might get that back elbow spawn, but most likely, if you do the setup correctly, they'll be spawning back there. So the inside of the map is what you kind of want to be running. Like I said, you can see from this perspective, everybody has every inch of the map covered, which is really what you want to cover on a good setup. You want to make sure that there's no way they can flank you without you noticing. You also want to make sure that your teammates are in a good position to help you out if they need to. So this is really a good way to cover everything. You're going to see every team that's like a high level be running this setup, trying to stop anybody from trying to make a break and try to get into the good part of the map where you can have all the power weapons. The snipe's right there. It's very, very easy. Pretty much every single time that the sniper is going to be spawning, you're going to have a few people on the other team trying to run in here and try to make a hero play real quick, which is an incredibly easy shot for the sniper back there, whoever might be running it. and it's going to be very easy because I'm here to just snag it or just, you know, pop nades at the door. You know, it's going to be very difficult for them to try to grab it if they try to get quick. Justin's got an easy shot on him. Dallas has an easy shot on him. You know, this makes, like, this setup we have here covers absolutely every last bit of it. So, you know, I'm showing you how to have the setup, but, you know, how you got to ask the question, like, okay, now how do I get in that setup? Because, of course, it's not as easy as it is right now with no enemies. First of all, just, you know, walk up and get in this, you know, setup. Nobody's stopping us. Nobody's shooting at us. We can all just walk where we want to be, and, you know, it's no big deal. But how do we do it? So whoever spawns on the inside of the map is automatically at an advantage here because they are already on the side they want. They have the spawn they want. If we all were here off the spawn, it's very simple to have dedicated players just go wherever you want them to. You know, we spawn back here. Everybody can just go, okay, well, you know, Justin might like to go to the top cube. I might like to go to the top drop. Dallas likes to play top dark. And then we have Seth normally, but Tyler's filling in for him, you know, standing back here and like to play the snipe. So everybody can break exactly where they want, and that's fine. You know, there's no problems. We have the side of the map. We got the good spawn. But let's say we spawned out. Let's say we don't have the spawn. Now, if we don't have the spawn, how are we supposed to get it? You know, if we were on the outside, or let's just say somebody's setting up on us. Let's say we're all dead. We all got killed, and now they have the setup, the other team. And how are we going to get back in to where we want to be? Because playing from the outside in Slayer is no good. Unless, of course, you have the lead. If you have the lead in Slayer, I should mention, you have no reason to go find the other team. I don't care if you're up by 1. If it's, you know, if it's, especially if it's like 45 to 44, don't run in there. Don't worry about getting the setup. At that point, just play outside. Let them come to you because you have the advantage because you are in the lead. So that's how you play Slayer. Just bait them. You know, if you're in the lead, don't worry about breaking the setup. So if we don't have the lead, though, and we're spawning outside, how are we going to get in there without, you know, getting destroyed? Because like I just said, if any good teams are covering, you know, the map, like I just mentioned, you know, they're going to have everything covered. How are we supposed to break in there without getting absolutely destroyed? Because I could have this guy looking at me, I could have this guy looking at me, and I could have this guy looking at me by coming here. You know, if I try to go through the snipe door, I explain that's a terrible idea. If I try to jump over the cube, they probably have the scatter shot if they have good map control. So how do we do it? How do we get back into the spawn? How do we take back over the map? How do we get control of the map? Well, the like two best ways you're going to see it being done is trying to split 2 people going towards elbow, trying to kind of assault the cube, and then 2 people trying to break this bottom dark area. And the reason for that, if you can do it right, if you have 2 people going over there and 2 people coming here, and you do it absolutely right, the best way to break a setup is to kind of cause commotion at the exact same time, and then just slam them. So if I have Dallas and I creeping up here, you know, Dallas's job, if he's playing this top dark on the defensive side or like on the setup side, he's got to be looking for people crouching at all times because people, this is the prime way to break the setup. They're going to be constantly crouching, constantly trying to sneak up on him. So he's paying attention for that. He's looking for it. But if you have Tyler and Justin, of course, we'll be communicating all this, starting to make some noise over here and putting a good challenge on the cube, now you can assume that the person here is going to be staring at the cube. You can assume the sniper is probably going to back off and start looking at the cube. And you can assume, you know, that the cube is obviously going to be very occupied. Now, you can hope that the person over here to the bottom dark is also going to go, oh, I should probably help my teammates jump up here, start looking that direction. At that point, you want these 2 people down here that are creeping, you know, if you're on the breaking side, to just rush in. Now you have everything hectic, and now you want to just try to slay every single person in the team as fast as absolutely possible. You have 8 seconds to respawn in Slayer. So if you kill 1, you want to try to get all 4 dead within the same 8 seconds. That way, when they spawn, they'll all spawn in the same area and all at the same time. If you can do that absolutely, like, if you can do that properly, you know, it's easier said than done, and it is very difficult to do. If you're playing a good team and they have the setup, you're going to be playing the whole time trying to break the setup. So if you can do it right, even if they're ready for it, even if they know you're going to try to bait them by going this way, making noise, and then coming that way, I mean, they're not stupid. You know, people are going to know that you're trying to do that, but you need to try to work together with the team and just absolutely collapse on every single person. So if you know that there's a setup and you know that there's going to be 4 people, you kill the person here. You have now this backstairs person to kill, the top dark person to kill, and this person over here, top drop, or roughly in that area. You know, people might have a little bit of variation, but this is going to be the main way to look. So you got to call out who you have dead. When you kill them, you know you have roughly 8 seconds. You kill this person, focus on that person. After that person's dead, focus on this person. After that person's dead, focus on that person. If you can kill all 4, you know, then you have the setup, then you break it. But you have to be ready because they're going to be spawning carbine and they're going to be doing the same thing to you. So getting an established setup and slowing the game down isn't easy to do, but if you can, it's pretty damn difficult to break. So that's the absolute goal in Slayer. That's what you want to do. Make sure you're timing that invis, which is 2 minutes after pickup, 2 minutes and 2 seconds if you want to be precise. making sure you have power weapon control, making sure you have map control, making sure that they don't have an easy time breaking you, and making sure that you have an easy time holding them back. A lot of holding a setup is not even necessarily getting kills as much as it's holding a lead and not dying. Like, if Tyler here is at this top cube area, and I'm trying to break it from this elbow, and I get him, weak, I put 3 on him, and he backs off. Now, I could get really aggressive and run in there, but assuming he has a scatter shot, let's just say he does, and I know that, I'm not going to just run in there, no matter how weak he is, because I jump up here, and he's just camping right there. I mean, he's going to destroy me. There's no point in doing that. So, if Tyler doesn't stay out in the open long enough for me to 5 him, and he backs off like a smart person, I can just go, oh, he's got a scatter shot. Okay, I made him 3, I put 3 on, I'm going to try to throw a nade in there. That's the best I can do, though. At that point in time, that's the best I can do. And I'm still not going to push in there. If I'm any sort of smart player, I'm not going to get crazy. Maybe I'll try to run in here just to cause a little commotion, get him a little worried, and then get the sniper to probably, stare at me. You have to assume and think in the mind of the other team, know that they're going to be communicating. If I slide in here, Tyler's going to know that because of his radar. The sniper's probably going to go, oh shit, and he's going to be staring bottom cube this whole time. Now I have the sniper distracted. So now I can send a person from long haul on my team through here. And maybe he can get here, and now I have to confront this person here. But that's kind of like the idea. You want to try to pick people apart, assume they're not going to stay out long enough to challenge you, try to cause a little commotion. If this person slides in here, maybe if you well coordinated, I can start shooting at Tyler now because he's crouched and he's looking. He doesn't know what's going on. So that's kind of the idea how to break a setup. It's not easy to do. Having the setup is obviously the advantage. Breaking setups is incredibly difficult to do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that oh, here's a foolproof way to break a setup because it's honestly so subjective. It's play by play. You can never ensure that you're going to break it, but that's kind of the idea of how you want to do it, and you want to just try to hold the setup as long as possible. Slayer, a lot of people think is goes kill by kill, but that's what I'm trying to tell you with not chasing every single kill and trying to stay alive and making sure you understand the importance of staying alive in your position. Like I said, the sniper needs to stay alive because it'll ensure spawns. Dallas needs to stay alive to make sure these guys don't just run willy-nilly back towards the sniper, and I need to stay alive to make sure I'm helping people out on either end. Understanding the importance of staying alive versus trying to chase kills, because you think Slayer oh, I need to get a kill, it's first to 50, every kill matters, but not necessarily. Really, Rig Slayer is played by who can hold the setup longer versus who can get more kills, because if you hold the setup properly and you execute it, all these people are going to be trying to break your setup. The longer you hold them from breaking off your setup, if you stop them from breaking your setup every time you kill all 4, that's 4 points every single time you stop them from trying to break your setup. So don't think of it so much as each kill matters, I need to chase everything. Think of it more objectively, I need to hold this setup, I need to get the good part of the map, and control the spawns. Making sure somebody's there so they can't spawn, behind you, make sure you're dirtying the spawns, making sure they're spawning here. And likewise, when you're playing on the outside, of course you don't want to run in and constantly just, try it every single life to sprint in there and try to YOLO and try to break the setup, but you gotta think, if I want to win this game, I need to try to break the setup and hold it better than they did versus us. Also, if you have the setup and you're up by 10, and then you get broken and you're spawned outside, don't run in there and try to break the setup necessarily. I mean, if you're up by 10, then just try to set up on the outside and wait for them to, try to come to you, because you can. And if they push out of their setup to try to kill you, and they do, you're probably going to spawn behind them, which is a good thing, because then you can get your setup back. So playing Slayer smart, playing it, with the idea, I want the setup more than anything, and if they have it and I'm in the lead, I'm not going to try to push it. I'm going to let them sit there all they want, watching every single doorway, because they can't get any points so long as I'm not pushing them. Unless they peek properly with a sniper, you can probably avoid getting killed and having them take the lead back. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Make sure you're communicating with your teammates. It's a lot of communication. It takes a lot of practice to properly execute a setup. Trying to find which teammate runs which part of the map the best. If you have somebody that does really well with the sniper on this map's a pretty boring position. A lot of times you're just staring at a doorway, but that's the important thing. You have to do it. You have to make sure they're not going to flank you or push through here. This is a pretty hot spot on the map. You know how many people are going long haul. You know what's going on. You got to make sure everybody's in a good position. Everybody can run their position well. Another thing I should mention, with the same subject there, where everybody likes to be. That doesn't mean that's where everybody has to be at all times. If Tyler likes to sit at the top cube all the time, and he dies, and I go, okay, well, I'm not going to go top cube because that's Tyler's spot. I'm going to stay here. I can assume Tyler dies. Oh, shit, they're probably stacking up this side. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to try to help people out. Let's say I kill him. I'm going to stay here. Then Tyler spawns backstairs. He needs to just fill in the gap. He needs to go right where I just was. And if you are on a good enough team, everybody's gonna be able to play the position just as well as everybody else. You know, maybe you're gonna do it slightly better, but he can still get the job done, and that's kind of what you want. You want good team chemistry in between all your players. Everybody can run every position. You just fill in the gaps. You go where you need to be off spawn, not where you want to be necessarily. If you have enough time to make switches and stuff, to go where you want to be most comfortable, then do it absolutely. But most of the time, it's just on the fly. Get where you need to be. Play where needs to be played, and just do it. Like, a lot of people like to whore up the sniper and stuff, and that's fine. I get that. Sniping's fun, but you can't always be where you want to be. Sometimes you just can't. So you just need to absolutely play where your team needs you to be. Play for your team. It's not as easy as it sounds to be a super team player. I just explained all this, and it might make a lot of sense to you from what I just explained, but it takes a long time to kind of get in the mindset of when you spawn, thinking not where just really think about when you spawn. Do you really think about where you want to go? Do you kind of just play? Do you kind of just go somewhere? Do you just have muscle memory and just kind of always kind of just go this way? You need to think about where your team is, constantly looking at the names on their heads. I know where all three of my teammates are right now, and if my teammates are communicating well enough, I'm going to know where they are at all times. I'm going to know where everybody else on the enemy team is at all times. If I'm paying attention to the kill feed, I'll know how many dead and how many are alive. You need to be paying attention to all these things if you want to become a good team player. Making sure you know the map, making sure you understand where everybody is and where everybody's spawning. Just paying attention to all those things and filling in where your team needs you to be. So, those are some tips I can give on Rig Slayer. There's some general team tips as well. I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope you guys can take what I just said and, hopefully apply it to your gameplay and get better at Rig Slayer. I actually have a nice gameplay example I have right now that I'm going to play right as soon as I'm done with this. So you guys can kind of see it in action if you guys would like to see it. So you guys can kind of just see it going and watching us lock it down for a couple minutes here. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys after, I won't see you after the gameplay example. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give me a recommendation on the next map and game type you guys would like to see. Thank you, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Inside cube.
Spawn, still got to spawn.
They're at cube.
They're at cube.
A nady cube, nady cube. Hit him in cube, hit him in cube. Let's push it.
I'm plasma
Somebody
casting
YOLO it up there.
Dude, one shot, absolute.
One sniping outside.
That kid
Out by
should be
carbine.
dead. That kid's one shot as fuck.
Top cube, guys. Top cube, still.
Top cube still.
I got top cube.
I'm going back to get cube
One's-
control. Basement.
Basement,
and outside, and outside.
Top side.
I'm trying.
Basement really weak,
I'm gonna
basement
get to
really
cube
weak.
as fast as I can. I don't know how to make that jump.
I'm at blue stairs.
I'm at blue stairs.
I'm looking, Justin. Nobody's jumping in queue. I'm staring at it.
Outside.
You're good. Lock his shit down. Nice. Jump, Justin. He's got scatter.
They
Nice.
just gave me scatter. It's cool.
Yeah, I got him weak. Dude, they're nading the shit out of it. Dallas, can you get up in the god
1
spot?
second, let me get the new plasma caster. One's outside, Cole. One's outside.
One's invis.
It
Dallas,
is up in
one's
10
invis.
seconds. 10 seconds. Dallas, about.
I'm on it.
Basement. He's about to jump for it. Two basement. I'm gonna make him back off. I got him to one back off. He's on
Chasing you,
it.
Dallas. Chasing you.
Top sniper.
Another one on me.
One snipe. Nice. Another basement.
I got invis.
I can't. Invis. Nice, Dallas. Good play, dude. Stay alive.
One's outer cat.
Careful, I'll help you peek these guys. Carbine. One's basement. Two basement. One's basement, absolute. Got him.
Look if they come towards
On the
here.
blue stairs,
I don't
so
see
yeah.
anything outside.
Coming outside, Cole. Coming outside, cats. I need you.
Outside cat.
I'm about to help,
He
I'm
jumped.
about
He
to
might be
help,
behind
Dallas.
you, Cole.
Let me know if they
Nice
clip,
shot.
guys.
One out there. Go.
Outside cast, Dallas. He's just sniping.
Two outside.
He's one shot.
One's bottom cube.
I
One's
can't help right
bottom
now,
cube.
Justin. I'm watching if they jump up.
I'm stuck him, dude. Bottom cube still down, Justin.
Bottom cube.
Still bottom cube. He's crouching down there somewhere. Be careful. He might be jumping through that window. He jumped it, Justin.
I'm watching it. He's jumping in, Justin. Nice.
Give them one more. We're missing
There
one.
is. I think he's still crouching.
Seth,
down
I'm gonna
there,
grab
Yeah,
snipe
he's
if I
there,
can.
he's
Switch
there,
with
he's
me. Seth, if I grab snipe, switch with me.
On the little balcony thing.
Seth, I got snipe.
Yeah,
Switch with me.
he's
Switch with me.
He's here. One's trying to
Backed off,
challenge
Justin.
cube.
Backed off.
Nice.
I am.
Seth, get in the top
Justin,
corner.
over,
Get in the
please.
top corner.
He's got a snipe right there.
Hurt.
Nice, Cole.
One's
Got him.
coming towards you, Dallas. Or Seth. There's one outside. Bottom cube. He did the sneak spot by
I
going
got
outside.
the one.
I'm looking bottom cube, Justin. He's there.
I'm not gonna chase. Nice.
Got him.
Seth, back off.
I'm here to help you.
Got him. That nade is my teammate's
Nice,
nade.
guys. This is perfect.
Justin, you're by yourself. Dallas, you're by
This is the
yourself.
exact shit I wanted.
I know. I'm good.
Nathan goes away.
If you say anything on your map, Seth, let me know so I can help you.
There's one shot out there, Dallas. Dallas.
Yo,
I died.
in long.
I'm watching.
Long. 2. He's peeking out a snipe.
There's another one
Got him, there
outside.
we go.
It
Outside.
is,
One shot
we
near the
didn't have
cube,
it.
Justin. Look, Justin.
We didn't have it. Not up yet.
No, it's not up yet. It's
We
not
got
up
it.
yet. We're
We
good.
got it at like 48 to 47.
There's one over by top cube.
He's one shot. He's one shot. Oh my god, I
It's
dropped
not
my
the long haul, it's
freaking
not the long haul.
Magnum. I didn't mean to do that.
They got
Shit.
something.
I got
I
it.
have an
back
AR
up,
back. I have an
stand
SMG
back,
back
watch
up.
your back.
Back off, I'm standing blue stairs, I'm standing blue stairs.
Oh, I got your blue stairs.
Oh, I got your blue stairs.
One shot. Dallas in long
We get
hall.
in this?
Or,
Or
dark
is it
hall.
still-
Dark hall.
We get in this, or is it still?
2 on dark hole, one's on my AR cat. Just chilling.
Invis is up. Invis is
No, I'm
up.
trying to get to him. Trying to get to him. Trying to get him.
No,
Trying
I'm
to
trying to get to him, trying to get to him.
There's one
Yo,
top dark.
top dark. Top dark.
One's
Hitting it.
at the ramp.
Top dark, drop dark, one shot.
Bottom dark 20 shots though. I got top dark kid.
There's one at the rail.
I naded it.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
That
I
kid's
got
one
Invis?
shot.
it.
That kid's one
I don't know
shot.
where he's going. He could have gone back blue
Nice.
stairs.
I'm going backstairs. I need to get backstairs.
On me, Seth, behind you.
Snipe door. I have no angle. In long.
At the-
Going towards
at
elbow,
the ramp.
Justin.
At the what?
I'm staring bottom.
I got
Good.
naded.
Seth, peek again.
One shot, Dallas.
Watch your top cube. They're coming.
I'm staring top cube.
Watch your dark hole.
I died. I made one of them one shot back at sniper side though. I died with invis. Hey, someone's blue stairs. Tell be careful. There's no name that you.
People over here. People over here.
One shot. Dallas. One shot there on the hole.
Bottom cube, one shot down.
Bottom cube, Justin.
Bottom dark now.
I
Yeah,
naded Dallas. Watch out. I naded.
I ran into.
I got
Freaking
back smack guys.
grenade.
Bottom dark. He's bad. BR now.
Top.
Oh, look out, top cube as well. Guys, someone get close before. He's gonna die.
There's one.
Top
Okay,
cube.
I gotta back up, I
One
gotta back up.
snipe. Shot my ex.
Alright.
One snipe. Shot my
Yeah,
ex.
I'm not.
Don't prioritize
Top
that.
dark right now. Bottom dark.
Yeah,
Top
yeah,
cube tilt. Top cube, Dallas. You're good.
Fly right now.
I spawned carbine.
Just
Dallas. I'm
hold or
flanking
spawn
cube.
down.
One shot. Dark hole.
top cube, I got
Nice.
You definitely was not one shot.
Alright,
Nice, on top
fault.
cube.
Yeah, I know.
Dallas,
I
on your stairs,
got
on your
shots on him,
stairs.
I got shots on him.
Your stairs weak.
They're
He's
still in
absolute.
dark. Still in dark. They're just chilling dark.
I hit him, Dallas. Hit him on the
Bottom
stairs.
backside
I got
still.
him.
Main cat. One shot. He jumped off. He might jump on the map. Top dark too. I'm pushing
My
top dark
game
with this
just-
scatter shot. Dallas got kicked.
Just back up.
I got freaking Spartan charge. That sniper. I might get challenged.
No, you're not. They're coming dark.
Top blue, top blue.
Back up. You're by yourself. And I think
There's
funny
another
there.
one there. Oh, nice, Cole.
Dirty.
I'm getting up
Funny
there.
yellow,
with
guys.
you,
Funny yellow.
Let's go.
That yellow ramp. Yellow ramp.
Yellow